Okay, this is the pink one, and this is a Cernat pink pearl left over from another project, and it's rolled out on a number 3. And this is the pink pearl with some rose color I had, and I mixed them together and came up with this rose color. And this has the texture sheet of just the sponge going over top of it and run it through the pasta machine. And it just brought out all the sparkle. And I'm just amazed with what sparkle it brought out. Trying to keep this clean. Normally I don't work with pinks and stuff. We're going to put the center peacock feather on there. Here's my little apple stamp, and as you saw, that corner was torn off and whatever I did to it. So I'm going to line this up to where that corner clears that. I'm just going to press it down a little bit. I just want to make sure that I have enough clay with that wonky corner up there. Okay, so let's get this silk screened. Decided to do this one straight up and down. So I'm going to center it as best I can in the center and do it straight up and down, and this is the one that's in the middle of the other 2 feathers. These feathers are just so pretty. And I'm going to be using Pan Pastals on these. And I've only got a couple of colors out. These come in hundreds of colors. But I've got a light and a dark of just the blues, the greens, and the golds and yellows. So I'm going to start with my lightest, and I'm going to apply it with a brush. And I'm going to go into this center part. And that's where I'm going to start with this. And it's basically just like mica powders or anything else. You put a little bit of pressure on it so that the surface can grab onto it. And you just like paint it on there. Okay, and this one goes up this way, so I'm going to bring this up this way a little bit. And that goes up to there, so we'll bring that up to that area. Okay. Now I think on that I'm going to... I lost some of my footage on this one. My battery ran out and I didn't know it, but the only thing you missed was painting in the rest of the peacock feather with the Pan Pastels. Same thing as the mica powders or chalk pastels or anything. Just paint them in like you normally would. And I will take a little bit of alcohol and clean everything up a little bit. Get the extra Pan Pastels. Now this one is a little bit more delicate than the other 2. I want to show you that you can make them as crazy or sophisticated as you want. You've got the tools to do it with, so do what your imagination says and have fun with it, because these are easy and so fun to do, and they turn out well. the majority of the time, and your family and friends will never believe that you actually made this. Okay, so here's this, and this is going onto this square dish. Let me back up a little bit now. Okay, so I'm going to pull this up, and remember, this is the one I've got a wonky corner on right here, so I'll make sure that this is covered everywhere, but my wonky corner is right there, so that's going to be cut off. And you've got to make sure again that it's down on your dish. I've been using on them. Pressing it down into the dish. I'm going to put this on felt. I can't handle that glass cracking on the glass work surface. It's noisy. And the one thing I want to make sure of is that this goes over the edge. Because I'm not going to put an edging on this one. I'm going to put a bottom leg of a thing on this one. So this will go through 2 bakes, and I've got some little legs made to go on the metallic one. Not sure what my camera's doing, because I went to finish this and look up and it was off again. I have a new battery in it, so I don't know how much of this got recorded either. But all I did was clean it up and put it on there. Now I took the 2 colors, the light pink and the rose, and I made a snake if I decided to put an edge on it. And it's just those 2 colors mixed together, rolled together, and put it back together and rolled again and twisted and turned to get the marbleized effect. So I'm not quite sure that I know I'm not going to do this. It's okay, but my other 2 has edging on it. This one, I'm going to bake, and then I'm going to put my snakes into a square like this, at this size, put them on the back of the baked dish, and then it'll have a little leg on it to stand up. And it'll be level, because you'll have it all the same size all the way around your little square. So we'll come back when they're all 3 baked, and I'll show you the finished products. These are already baked. This is the casual one. And when I turned it over after it was baked, took it off the Trinket dish, there was a blank space going all the way around the back. So I just took some more of the clay, rolled it out in a snake, and put it on there, worked it in, smoothed it out, and I'm going to rebake it. This one I haven't taken off of the Trinket dish yet. I wanted you to see how easy it was to do so. This one has the 2 layers and then the trim. There's an opening. Let me get down here. There's an opening right here between the Trinket dish and the clay. And all you have to do is break the seal where your clay's baked onto it. Did you hear that click? That broke the seal, and here it is. Look how pretty this back is. That's the one that has the green little holy bubbly texture, and then that other texture sheet over top of it, the green one. This is absolutely a beautiful back. I like the front. I did put in a design before it was baked. And with my needle tool, just drew it in there and put some micas on it. This will get a shiny finish, so it will be much more shiny and brilliant. And this one is our dainty one. And I'm going to go right under here. This is the one we didn't put the rim on. Just take your blade and go through. Hold your blade down towards the dish and not up towards the clay going around it. Now let's see where it's going to pop off. Right here, I bet. Yeah. There we go. Now see how easy those come off? That's why you don't put anything on the back. No liquid clay or bacon bond or anything to hold them to your dish, because you want to be able to take them off. Use your dishes again, but this is also thick enough for a little trinket dish. And I think I'm going to go on and put the marbleized clay around here. I'll put it on the, measure it out on the back of my piece here. See this rim where it doesn't have any glaze on it? Out of one circle of clay, this is the bronze, one circle of the larger, and two smaller circles. I just stacked them on top of each other. Let's see if I can get them to stick on this long enough to see if I'm going to like these. Now let's see. You know what? I think I am going to like that. It sets it up a little bit and gets it off the table. I'm going to go around and sand these edges before I put a finish on it. But I'm going to rebake it first. I'm going to put liquid clay on here, measure these out equally, and put the liquid clay on there, and have the bottoms on it, the little feet. So, there's that one baked as well.